Sai Ram, Sai Shyam, Sai Ram, Sai Shyam, Sai Ram, Sai Shyam, Sai Ram.
We are the ones who are creators of our own fears. We resist things, and that is why they grow up so big. I have to share a very beautiful story that is coming to me now. This is a very beautiful Buddha story. I don't know where this thought has come from. I must share with you. So once what happens, Buddha sends one of his disciples on a battle, on a war with one, and he says, go and fight your fear. Hear this carefully. Go and fight your fear. This story will actually explain everything that I have spoken till now to you. So the disciple goes, and the disciple is scared. Oh my God, I have to wage a war. I have to fight a battle. What's happening? Fear. When he goes there, in front of him, he sees his fear and he says, oh my God, he looks very scary. I have to fight him. The fear becomes bigger. He gives it more power. Again, he thinks, oh my God, he's so big. How will I fight him? He grows bigger. The amazing thing about fear is it has no energy of its own. If I let go and leave it, it'll die and perish. Fear sustains on my energy, on your energy. Are you understanding what I'm saying? Unless you feed it, it cannot grow. It cannot grow. Like you feed yourself with food and you grow. If you don't feed your fear, it will never grow. It will never ever grow. So this man here was feeding his fear. Oh my God, how will I fight? Oh my God, fear, fear, fear. It's getting larger and larger, and then fear becomes really big. Really big. And now what does the man do? The monk. He thinks, I'm dead. Fear is so much more powerful and bigger than me. He doesn't even know he has done it himself, but he says fear is so much bigger. How do I fight it? Now he is Buddha's disciple. Now that's the beautiful part of it. Like we are Baba's children, he is Buddha's disciple. He says to fear, dear Mr. Fear, I bow before you in reverence. You are larger than I am. Do I have the permission to fight you? Fear is taken by surprise completely. Fear says, oh my God, you asked me for permission to fight me? Fear is a negative emotion. He says, nobody has ever shown this kind of respect towards me and reverence by folding hands and asking me, should I fight you? Yes, please do fight me. The man says, thank you. Before I begin this war, since you're much larger than me, my master has taught me that learning must never stop. I would like to learn from you. How may I fight you? Just look at that. This is what our Guru teaches us. Learning must never stop. So the disciple says to fear, oh fear, you tell me, you teach me, how can I fight you? How can I win over you? And to which fear is totally taken by surprise. He just grows smaller and smaller. As the good energy increases, the fear grows smaller and smaller, and he comes in front of the person now, small. It has become very small because the man is no longer feeding it. And fear says to the man, why don't you just let go of me? You're holding on to me, that is why I'm here. You're feeding me, that is why I'm growing. If you let go, I will not be here at all. I will disappear. The monk immediately understands. He closes his eyes, thinks of his Guru, his Buddha, and puts his head in Buddha's feet and says, oh Buddha, I surrender before you, Buddha. I bow my head before you, Buddha, and I let go every negative emotion I hold. Anything that is negative, anything which is not good for me, I place it in your feet, and I let go every fear I have held till today, everything I have resisted till today. I offer it and surrender in your feet. When he opens his eyes, he has already won the battle. There is no fear there. So you see, this is your lesson for today. This is your learning for today. It is there, the pain, the fear is there in our lives because we are resisting it. The more we resist, the larger we make it. The more we worry, the larger it becomes. The more the anxiety, the more it grows. The moment you let go the pain, the moment you let go the fear, everything changes. And how does that happen? By one simple, beautiful word, understanding, wisdom. When I understand fear, it perishes. What happened when Arjuna understood? Thank you, those hearts are amazing on the screen. When Arjuna understood his fear, he surrendered, he won over it. When Draupadi understood her fear, she surrendered, she won over it. It's time for all of you. So when you understand your fears, you win over them. Until you don't understand your fears, you keep fighting them. It is time for all of us, and why I started with the COVID today, I started to tell you you're already doing it unrealizingly. In many, many ways, as a population, as a civilization, we have already mastered what we were resisting. From small things like cooking in the kitchen, to looking after our families and houses, to be able to survive in a house that is locked in for months. We have done it all, and we are not cribbing and complaining. If you are, stop it now. Most of us, I think, have mastered it. When we started, we were scared, how will I do it? Today we have accepted, surrendered, and thought this is the way it is. We started with fear of loss of our dear ones, fear of death. There was this huge thing to we will die, everything will finish. Today we are so much at peace with it because we have understood it. We know we can't resist it. We know this is happening to our society, to our earth. The best thing is to surrender and accept whatever comes our way will only come by His will. And now my most beautiful and important part of the learning. I've always told you, pray, chant, meditate. The more you do that, that's the best way of fighting your fears. But why don't all prayers manifest? Why is it that I pray so much for something, but it doesn't happen? Because till now, in the background of the pain, of the prayer was the pain, was the fear. This is your learning now. One more learning for the day. Please give up that fear that you hold inside if you want your prayers to manifest. Why is it that when some people pray, they get what they want, and when some people pray, they don't get what they want? Because when your prayers are accompanied by that negative emotion of pain, of fear, you can never get what you want. You cannot. The prayer cannot manifest. And those of us who understand that there should be no fear, you should just let go of it completely and be in positive, beautiful energies. When you do that, what happens? What happens? Prayers become miracles. And then you say, oh, my Baba did a miracle for me. Baba is only wanting you to let go of resistance and fear. As a whole population today, as a whole existence of Mother Earth today, each of us needs to let go our pain and fears. And if you do that, I will be blessed, because the lesson I received in that trance, you will help me translate into reality. See, for me now, my lesson, my life path is very clear after that trance. Now Baba has told me clearly that my work is to make your pain into your greatest power and strength. For me, my greatest work is to raise the collective consciousness of the cosmos by doing that. Now, if each of you stops suffering, this is what he said in the end of the trance to me, that is, everybody understands that pain has come to teach you a lesson, and start looking for those lessons instead of fighting the pain, everything will change. Till today, in our meditations, when we sit, we fight our thoughts, they come back with more force. I've always said to you, when you turn on a tap and water is flowing, when you try to stop that water, it flows with more power. Whatever you resist will come with more power. In meditations, whenever we resist, I don't want to think, I end up thinking far more than I was thinking before. Whatever you are resisting will grow larger, like that story of the Buddhist monk whose fear kept growing larger with every thought. This is actually happening at an energy level, energy plane. You may not realize it, you may not know it, but it is happening. We don't see it with our visible eyes, so we think it is not happening. It is happening. Your fears are getting larger and manifesting. Let go resistance, let go fear, and life will be so much more beautiful. So much more acceptance will be there. And the most beautiful way of doing that is, next time you're faced by a fear, smile at it the way I do. You know, years ago, I used to also cry. I used to fight my fear. In fact, I must tell you that during this trance, I asked Baba one last parting question. I said, you've told me so much, but I have one question also. And Baba said, what? I said, Baba, you've given me so much of strength, so much of power, so much of energy inside me that I can help people in the whole world. Why am I suffering so much? Why do you send so much pain to me? And Baba grinned, he smiled. He said, unless you experience it, how will you teach it? Just look at him. You have to experience it, learn through it, and only then you can teach it. When I am experiencing it and learning through it, I feel so much more empowered today than I was. The Dijan that you knew a year back or 2 years back or 3 years back is not this Dijan at all. this Tijan is a different person today thanks to Baba and his learnings and lessons, and that's what I want for all of you. I want you to grow, I want you to blossom, and I want you to let go of every fear that you hold. Let us just release it into into the cosmos as good energy like we always do. And I promise you that I will do some more I'll do some meditation videos for you where I'll teach you how you can just sit down and close your eyes and let go of your fears. And one thing I have to say to a lot of you, I know we are going through financial crisis and problems today. That is the worst thing to do. Fear is the opposite emotion of abundance. If you want abundance today, if you want money and wealth, physical money and wealth today also, you need to let go your fear that you hold towards it. Fear of, will I ever get money? Fear of, how will I cope financially with this issue? Fear of, my business will finish. Fear of, will I get my salary? Fear of, how will I pay people salaries? Both ways, the one who are receiving and the ones who are giving. I think this is a time the world needs love and empathy. Lots of love and empathy, the core emotions, not negativity and hatred. Let's come together as a human race. Let's hate nobody. If your boss is not able to pay you money, understand he doesn't have the money. He's not doing it to you. This is something Srishti has done, the Prakriti has done to all of us. If you are the boss and you're not able to pay your people, don't be harsh on yourself. Don't be bitter on yourself that I can't do it. It's okay. It's happening to everybody. Every one of these emotions that we're experiencing today of pain, of fear are happening to everybody, and we need to come together. If now at the rate at which the COVID is spreading in India, Baba bless us, I'm sure we'll go through it beautifully. His grace is there. Our land is so pure and beautiful. Nothing will happen to us. We will go through it beautifully. But a lot of people are going to get infected. What happens? Why do we segregate people when they get infected? Why do we look at them with these eyes that, oh my God, there is something wrong with them, there is something negative with them? Not at all, not at all. I really wanted to say this to everybody. Social distancing is only on the physical stratum. It's not on the emotional stratum at all. When people are telling you that social distancing has to be done, you have to do it physically. Don't emotionally distance people from yourself. Emotionally, let us come together as a very, very powerful human race and change our pain into power, change our fear into our strength, and then see the magic. So to sum it all up for you once quickly, whatever you resist the most, it's time to master that. And do it by giving up resistance, giving up your fears, by accepting what has come, acknowledging what has come with peace, and then with wisdom, surrendering it in the holy feet of the Guru, and everything will be nice. You may have to hear this message over and over to understand, because I had to meditate on this several times before I gave it out to you, because it was a lot to take from Baba. But the blessing is I'm experiencing it in my life, so it's easy for me to give today. I'm grateful today to Baba for all my pain and suffering. Trust me, if that pain had not come to me, I would not be here where I am today. I'm grateful to all those people in my life, all those situations in my life, all that happened in my life which gave me so much of pain and suffering, that I have become like this diamond now, brushed and polished and shining thanks to the pain. So when pain comes to you, think I'm getting polished, think you're going to glow and shine like Didi, you'll feel better, no? Didi's, I send you back the flying kisses that are coming, so you also glow and shine like me, and may Baba's grace be on all of you.
Sai Ram, Sai Shyam, hai ati sundar tera naam, hai ati sundar Sai Ram, Sai Ram, Sai Shyam, Sai Ram, Sai Shyam, Sai Ram, Sai Shyam, Sai Ram, Sai Shyam.